Simple Life Prepper here. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for viewing the channel. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video if you enjoyed the content. So we have a lot of news today. We have Karen in the corner.
How was your weekend? It was good. Yeah.
Karen's weekend was good.
Yeah.
This is Mark. I'm Debbie. And this is
our third take.
This is our third take. This is Startup Monday. So we're going to have Startup Monday. A lot of news happened over the weekend. So we're going to get into it and we're going to get it going and we're not going to mess it up. I'm going to look down when I'm doing Karen's job so that I don't mess it up this time. So, and I have a lot of notes, so I'll be looking down at
Karen is tired. It was a good weekend for her.
It was a good weekend.
So you might have to hit the buttons for her.
All right. So anyway, since I've messed this up twice, I'm going to try to do it right this way. Let's get into the news. Okay. So there was widespread looting in Chicago this weekend, which was spawned by a officer, like a shooting.
Yeah.
Like a man was shooting at police, and so the police returned fire, and they shot him. They shot back at a man that was shooting.
They hit him.
He had a gun. He had 4 previous charges. He's in the hospital now, so they didn't kill him. So, but it spawned these protests and these looters.
So basically, what you're trying to say is, anytime the police have an incident with somebody, that it's time for free shopping.
Yes.
It's not you're out there to try to make the world a better place or anything like that. You're just, it's open season to go shopping for free. We can get away from it because we're just jaded because somebody got shot by a police officer. And obviously, if the police were getting shot at and they returned fire, it's justified. But I don't know the whole story on the whole thing.
Yeah. So anyway,
normally whenever I find out the whole story, a lot of times the police are just doing their job.
Yes.
Now sometimes it's the other way. Sometimes they're using force too much. And they'll be dealt with in the court of law. And all that. But whatever. Go ahead.
So they looted Macy's and Walgreens and a lot of places downtown, and there was like 100 arrests. And
because Macy's is really bad.
13 police officers that were injured in the whole looting downtown.
Police are allowed to stay at Macy's for free. That's why they
did Macy's. Yeah,
I
don't think so.
I'm just making that up.
Okay, of course. So here's some of the looting that went on downtown.
Breaking in,
broke all the windows.
That's gonna get justice in the world right there.
Yes. So the other protest that happened on Saturday in Chicago,
we've seen the bean.
We have seen the bean. We have been there. Is that it was college students, and this is what the college students want. They do not want any more police on their college campuses in the Chicago area.
Okay.
They want more mental health people.
Oh my goodness.
And they want the college to refuse to work with ICE. So what agenda could
just
that
shut
be?
that. Just shut down the college.
Yeah. So anyway,
don't even have. If you can't have civil law and order on the campus, and I'm telling you what they're trying to set up. Anarchy, but what happens on college campuses? Every once in a while. In a blue moon.
Protests.
Nope. What happens? What do they do to try to get our guns?
Oh, they have like a shooter on campus. Oh.
You take all the police away. Who's going to respond quick? They want something to go down.
Oh, they're trying to take away our guns.
Absolutely.
Oh.
The less police, the less everything, there'll be more shootings that get way worse. And then they'll say, look, we have to take your guns. There's reasons.
I know there's an agenda.
There's agendas on everything. And lawlessness and anarchy. But the big one is, I'm telling you right now, they're going to open up colleges.
Yes.
So all the kids can go back there. So there can be an incident. Then the COVID will come back.
Yes.
Then they'll send all the kids back home after all the incidents to start just chaos.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
On 2 old people on a couch.
There hasn't been any of those things going on lately.
Because we haven't been in school.
And they haven't been arguing the gun thing in a long, long time.
Yeah,
it's time. It's time to come back.
They want the guns.
Oh, yeah.
I know they do.
And it's going to be all the fault of the gun instead of the people or the lack of protection. Go ahead.
So the next thing that happened this last weekend is there was a 5.1 earthquake in
rocking like Oklahoma was a couple years ago.
Yeah, in eastern United States. So, and it's unusual for them. It has been like 94 years since something like that had happened. So big news there. There's also a volcano acting up in Indonesia. Yeah,
there's a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
The funny things whenever people like us and Tennessee have a 5-point, earthquake is they get a little crack in the concrete, or like one bottle falls off a shelf, and they're just like, it was crazy.
It was crazy, I know.
The
California are like,
people have been in a 6 and a 7 are like, dude, that's
nothing.
Yeah, you got
That's nothing.
I like how the reporters, because I used to work in news, they would like go find something. And they found like a crack that's like 3 inches across the road. That could have probably maybe been there beforehand too. Who knows? But they're like, look at this crack. The highway is cracked all the way across. And it's like, big deal. But that was funny. I like that stuff.
So anyway, okay. So other news that's happening in the world before we get on to the press conferences that Trump had all weekend is the other things that are happening around the world are Hong Kong newspaper got raided, and the guy in charge of that newspaper got arrested. So what police were there? I can't remember. But
Chinese police?
I
don't know.
I want to say they were from a certain town. But anyway, so the newspaper got raided in Hong Kong. So that's going on. Then there's unrest in
Balacio, who knows?
Somewhere. I didn't even know it was a country, but
north
in Europe,
of Russia.
It's on the side of Russia. It's north of Ukraine. So
Belarus, maybe.
Belarus.
I could be wrong.
That's what it is.
I can't be wrong. All right.
No, that's what it is. So anyway, over their election, because they apparently think that it was tampered with. So anyway, so that's going on in world news, but we're going to get on to what's going on here in America with the whole stimulus and the press conferences over the weekend and all that kind of good stuff. So here we go. So remember, Trump had the press conference in Ohio.
Yeah.
And he said that we might not be seeing him for a while.
Yeah. He's got enemies. He's
got big, rich enemies.
Big, rich enemies.
So, and after that, we saw him for a press conference on Saturday and on Sunday. So we saw him all weekend.
Yeah. So what was that?
Not at the White House.
Signal? Yeah, he's moving around. He's not going back to the White House. And people are showing that maybe like some of the windows are even boarded up at the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with like wood. I don't know if it's just a reflection or something like that, but
could be
a lot of stuff. But think about it. He's going after. He just hit the pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
Huge. And just think about it. I mean, the Dems always push for health care, right?
Yes.
And the health care is mandatory. We still pay for it. My insurance went through the roof.
Yes.
So I had to not pay. I dropped it, right?
Yes.
So, but what Trump's trying to do is instead of something costing, $200,000 for a pill, it's getting to be $1, like other countries. Let me finish. So, basically, now he's not providing health insurance per se, but now I can go out and if I get insulin, I need insulin or something someday, I can.
It'll be cheaper.
I can afford it without having insurance, cutting out
the middleman,
which could be
the
insurance.
It could be the insurance,
or it could be the politicians getting kickbacks.
Yes.
So the insurance, I think it's both, but more the insurance is the middleman. I've always been saying this. Get rid of insurance and your costs will all come down.
Yes. So you have always said that.
I've always said that.
Trump is saying like a pill in another country costs way less than what we have to pay. Like we're paying an inflated price to subsidize everybody else's medicine in other countries.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying, and he's wanting it to be even.
He's doing great stuff to help us be more independent and take care of ourselves. Yes. I love the man. Sorry for all the people that don't.
Anyway, so he said that, right? And then after he left there, he went to his place in New Jersey or wherever he was over the weekend. So, but he didn't go back to the White House.
Whenever you attack mega industries, there's a president that did it back in the 60s, and he didn't live his full life. So let's all pray for him.
Yes,
while he's,
for the safety of
while
the
he's fighting all this corruption.
Yes.
Let's pray for him that he stays safe and okay, because he's really helping out the country. He's really putting himself on the line. I think, he's older. He's like me, it's like, screw it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to help out my grandkids and everything.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So on his Sunday press conference, he signed, it was Saturday. He did a press conference Friday, and he did one Saturday. On his Saturday press conference, he signed 4 executive orders.
Yeah, just to help us Americans again. All you people that think he's evil, he's trying to get us the money and cut out all the crap that was in it.
We're going to dig into this because there's a lot to get into on if it's even feasible, if it's going to happen, not happen. But basically, the Republicans and the Dems couldn't come together on a stimulus package, so they did nothing. And I'm trying to figure out if they postponed their August break or if they went on their August break. I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, so we're going to dig into this. And you have to remember that his hands are sort of tied.
Absolutely.
There's only certain things that he can do. He has to have the money for it that's already in the budget. And he can't just hand out money to people.
Yeah, you can't.
And he can't just write off taxes without Congress's approval to lower the tax rate.
Right.
So his hands are tied, so he tried to come up with creative ways to get around what they're doing. So that's the sort of part of the problem.
If anything, it shows hey,
he's trying.
We, forget the Republicans, forget the Democrats. Stimulus aid should be just to aid
the people.
In
this crisis.
Let's just vote on that. Well, he can't do that. So what he did, he just made an executive order to do it. Whether it goes through or not, it's legal, who knows? But what it does is it makes everybody look into what the Democrats were throwing in.
Yes, we're going to get into that too. Okay, so he signed these 4 different things. The one was to defer the payroll tax, which when you say payroll tax, I think that it's not the Social Security tax, but the Dems are saying it's the Social Security tax. But he's just deferring it, so it is going to be due. So I feel like that's just going to be a nothing. It sounds good, but I really don't see how you can do it.
Well, I think he's trying to help the people that are working.
Yes.
They're not getting it. If they make too much money or whatever, they don't get any stimulus the last time. And what he's trying to do is say,
help
hey,
the people that are working.
You're working hard.
You
need to get a break too.
But what the Dems are saying is that he's pushing to get rid of Social Security. But I don't think that's what
they're just trying to scare everybody out there to think that, so they go
because he made a
crazy.
Big move. Because he made a big move. Okay,
they're all out to make him look bad because he's helping
the people.
The
second thing he did is extended the unemployment additional benefit of $400 a week. So, and that money is coming out of something that was already passed in the CARES Act that hasn't been used for emergencies elsewhere. Yeah. So that's where he's getting that money from for the $400 unemployment addition weekly for people. But the catch on that is states have to do 25% of it, and the federal government will do 75% of it. So it'll be interesting to see which states go with it and which states deprive their people of that extra benefit that's there. So we'll see how that plays out.
Gotcha.
That's probably, I feel like that can work in some cases, and it's up to the states if that works out or not. Yeah. I feel like that's up to the states. Okay. Then he signed an executive order on deferring the student loan interest and all that kind of stuff, and extending the rent moratorium. So, and I'm not really familiar with what those two executive orders say because they don't really affect me. So I didn't dive into them and figure out what they did. The only one that really affects me is the $400 unemployment weekly benefit.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure that one out more than any of the others. So anyway, so that's what we got. I should have gone back to us.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, Karen,
I
was going to go like this. Mm-hmm. Karen, you need to put us full screen while we're just rambling.
Yes. All right. So we have him signing all those executive orders. And so he did a press conference Friday. Yeah. And he did a press conference Saturday where he signed the executive orders. He outed the Democrats on everything that they were trying to put into this
it's a lot,
whole thing. Okay.
I mean, those pages are just crap.
Okay, I'm going to tell you some of the stuff.
Yeah, please do.
So
educate our 16
is some of the things that the Democrats were trying to throw into this stimulus bill that's supposed to be helping the people.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, they wanted to ban IDs for voting in all states.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. All states mail-in ballots. I want to make sure that all states had mail-in ballots. Of course, we all know that they wanted to bail out poorly ran Democratic states and towns. We already knew that was in there.
You can just spend willy-nilly and then
wanted the federal government
to bail you out all the time.
To pay for all the damage from the riots.
All the people that live within their means have to pay for all the people that didn't live within their means.
Yeah.
Totally. Sounds like great. All this so far just sounds like just common sense, good things for...
None of these things have anything to do with the virus.
I know. Keep going. Keep going. This is getting great. I mean,
he called it ballot harvesting, which just means like blank mail-in ballots for the election.
Yeah.
He wanted stimulus checks to go to... or not him. They wanted, the Dems... The Democratic package wanted stimulus checks to go to illegal aliens. So illegal people that are here illegally, are citizens of the United States.
He wanted them.
They should get stimulus checks.
Lots of money.
They wanted mass release of illegal aliens from the detention center. So release them from the detention center.
Just gotta let the criminals and everything just go and run willy-nilly. Course.
And they wanted mass release of criminals from prisons.
We gotta let the criminals go. Come on.
Even ones that had felonies.
Because they're just, they just are better off running around.
I don't know what any of those things have to do with the coronavirus.
Nothing. They're just shoving their agenda through. Okay, here's what it is. All the voting stuff, okay? Either they can outright, they get mail-in ballots, they cheat. Biden wins, right? Whenever Biden wins, then they go, Trump's got to accept it right away. And if he doesn't, they got to force him out of the office. Okay, that's plan one. Plan two is if Trump still wins the election with the most votes and everything, then they'll say that, we got to count all the mail. He didn't accept the mail-in ballots, right? And everything. So we have to make sure we got all the votes to count and delay the election so that they can throw in somebody and pass the deadline and put in their own person to be president.
Because there is no legal
So it's a win-win. Either Trump's not counting all the votes, and even though he won, they have to look at it all. Or B, they outright just cheat and win the election.
Yes.
It's a win-win. And that's their goal. And that's why this shouldn't even be in the stimulus.
It shouldn't be in the stimulus.
It has nothing to do with COVID. It has everything to do with the election. So COVID, relief, election.
Yes. So, and these are the things that by them not coming to it and making a deal, these are the things that the American people are missing out on. First thing is funding for K through 12 to safely open schools. We're missing out on stimulus checks up to $3,400 for families. because Trump can't just willy-nilly give out money without Congress's approval.
Yeah.
And we're missing out on funding for mental health, which a lot of people are having trouble with their mental health right now with all the lockdowns and isolation.
I'm going crazy.
Yes. So
me and you have to spend a lot of time together.
I know.
No, I like it.
I know, it's been bad.
I love being able to spend time with you.
I love it too. So anyway, those are some of the things we're missing out on.
Yeah, they got the whole Orange Man bad, brainwashed. All the news covers won't mention any of this stuff hardly at all.
Yeah.
They got Orange Man bad syndrome going on so bad that they don't even have people really looking into what's really going on. And so Trump does this and calls them out on all this. Mm-hmm. And people have Orange Man bad so bad that they even think that maybe voting without an ID is something good. Like, but like they'll be walking into a bank and saying, "I'm Joe Smith. Give me my money."
You have to have an ID for everything else.
You can't just go into a bank and take somebody else's money. Mm-hmm. That's why you have to show your license.
Yes.
To do anything. Mm-hmm. To keep it legit and cut out corruption. But oh my gosh, man. And then people are still thinking, no, we have to have this. It's the COVID. We have to mail in ballots. We don't have to have any checks or balances on it at all.
Yeah, we can go to the grocery store.
You're being mean, Mark. You're being mean, Orange Man. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. It's just never ending. People need to wake up.
They do. So anyway, there's a lot of chaos going on.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. So
I'm sorry. Just tired.
I lost my train of thought now.
Well, go.
Okay.
Get it back.
So anyway, the best part of the whole conference this weekend was the one on Friday at the end of the press conference.
Yeah.
When Trump said that the press asked, can you have all these people here without masks in this room and stuff like that? And Trump said, because it's a political route. It's a political event.
And you're allowed to do that for a political event?
And then he goes, it's a peaceful protest.
Also, it's a peaceful protest.
Yes.
And then he just left. It was like,
it was great.
And you can't argue that because the news and everything are not even the least bit concerned of all the protesting going on. The news is just like, this is just what we have to do for our freedoms. Well, Trump's just got to do this for our freedoms too. So get over it, people.
There wasn't even all that many people in the room. There was probably 25 people. Yeah. Yet the press is there. Okay.
And the presses are all... what you don't see is the cameras. They're all lined. You know, they space out the reporters. And all the camera people are slammed into each other like sardines. But the effect of, they know that the camera people aren't going to be on air. Mm-hmm. The reporters are. So the reporters are all separated out, but those camera people are all slammed together.
So I don't even know why the press shows up. I know they show up to make him look bad, right?
Ah, yeah.
So, but the press, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, none of those stations will broadcast his press conferences in their entirety.
Oh, never.
When they're going on.
Never. Oh, no.
No.
Because they'll just... They got to keep the Orange Man bad thing going.
Yes.
And that's why anybody I talk to, they're like, well, Trump did this. And they're like, yeah, well, if you watch the whole thing, this is why he's doing that or something like that. And it's just like, and they just cry and they whine and you're like, I don't have enough. I'm not going to listen to him talk for 30 minutes. He's a madman. Why would I listen to him? That's what I get.
Yes.
You get I'm not going to waste my time. It's like, well, then don't. You have time to go listen to the news, but you don't have time to find out what he's actually doing. People are crazy. They're just nutty. And then the last thing they do is they start cussing and calling you a racist and Orange Man bad. If you start talking any sense whatsoever, you can't debate anybody. And I'll debate all day long. I'll take your side, you take my side, I'll take your side. And if you do that, you're better off in the world. But people don't do that. They They just personally don't like the man.
Yes.
And that's all because the news and everything has made him out to be so bad. And if you got to know the man and what he's doing, his policies, I mean, tell me this. Cutting money to spend instead of hundreds of dollars for a pill, it's affordable, $1.
Yes.
Is that good? That's good. You can't argue that fact. I can keep going on all these policies. He's bringing back industries. He's putting tariffs. He's saying, hey, we've been giving money to China.
We've been supporting the whole world.
We need to take care of ourselves. Buy American. Yes, it's going to cost more. But if it costs more, it's also, we have better wages and our medicine is cheaper. And we can take the money that we make with our jobs and buy our own medicine instead of having the middleman, the insurance companies, taking it all. I mean, please, somebody comment down below, of our 16 viewers, comment down below what Trump has done bad lately. What's he doing that's really bad for the American people? I want to know. And what is Biden doing to help American people? Put that in the comments down below. I won't hear a thing.
Yeah, well,
whatever. Go on.
So, yeah. So, anyway.
It's my Monday go-off day.
It is. It's Startup Monday.
I'm going to tell like it is. And I'm tired of trying to Nancy foot around all these words we can't say because of YouTube. And we don't make any money anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I know. So, anyway, I'm thinking about renaming the channel to more focus on both of us here.
What is it? Yeah, what is it?
Two old people on the couch.
Two old people on the couch.
Yeah, so I'm not sure when that would happen, so I might advertise that all week.
We like to tell...
Our name might be changing, and this might just be our thing Monday, Wednesday, Friday doing the news. So
yeah, you can... But I like it because it's honest.
It is honest.
It's just two old people on a couch. You're going to get an old person's perspective, all you young knuckleheads out there.
That's a different channel.
Different show. But you're going to get a perspective from old people. Yes. We've been through a lot.
Yes.
We're wise. We know whenever we're being duped because we've been duped a lot in our lives. So that's what two old people on a couch. We're boring. But if you want to know our perspective of it, that would be good. So I like the name.
So anyway, because we grew up in America that was a good America.
What fun.
And a good country. With all of its faults and all of its warts, it's the best place to have been born.
You got to go on crazy vacations. Your dad worked 2 jobs so you could go have fun. My dad worked like a madman. Yeah. And we went on good vacations. We weren't rich by no means, but we all got in the car and we went places and we did things and nobody, I guess in the 60s there was some anti-government stuff going on, but in the 70s
we were too.
We were young. So the 70s, 80s, I mean, most people are still pretty patriotic and respected the country and just worked hard. Yeah. We worked hard, we played hard.
And believe it or not, there are powers that be that are trying to take down America and make it not be here anymore. Believe it or not.
Yeah, just remember?
You can see
look
it
around, people. Yeah. Don't just watch the regular news. Yeah. Get on YouTube.
Do some research.
Research. There is a can I say, what's the...
Oh, Whiskey Alpha Romeo.
There's a Whiskey Alpha Romeo going on right now. And it's big, and it's deep, and it's not so much bullets flying.
Yes.
It's a chess game right now going on.
And it's not all in this world. It's the spiritual realm.
Yeah, spiritual.
Evil and good.
Good. You got the rich. And I'm not talking corporate so much. I mean, there's people above even the corporate.
That's who pulls all the strings.
Yeah, the banks. Let's be honest. The banks and everything.
The banking.
The people that handle all the money. There's a chess game going on right now between Trump and the big players in the world, not just America. And boy, Trump is going after him. And I hope he wins. I hope he wins, because if it does, we're going to get back to the good old America.
Yeah.
Where everybody works hard and has fun. You work hard, you play hard. Remember whenever we used to be able to be knuckleheads? We would work really hard, and then we'd go out drinking, stay up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the night, massive hangover,
and go back to work.
Figure out a way to get back into work the next day and have a good time. I mean, you worked to play. And everybody should have that opportunity to work that hard. And we're making rules so kids can't have fun. Like, oh, they're going to hurt themselves drinking over there. Well, guess what? We did it. We had fun. Quit trying to put rules to stifle the young people from getting out and just having a wild good time.
Yeah.
Us old people, a lot of old people start putting restrictions. And like, yeah, well, that's not responsible and stuff like that, right? It's okay to put the rule on it now. We're already old.
Yes.
We lived through it. So all the old people just need to relax and remember what a wild good time it was getting in your car and driving the strips and going to the clubs and doing all that. Let's get back to fun, America.
We need to end this broadcast.
All right. Let's have fun, America, people. Fight for it. Let's get it back.
Locking us in our house is not...
Orange man good.
Is not the solution. Believe you me, locking us in our house is
look around
for America.
In this year, it's not all happening because it's just one wild, crazy year. Yeah. It's an election year. They're trying to get Trump out to push their world agenda. All right, I'm done.
They're using this opportunity to not let this crisis go to waste.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So that was Startup Monday in all of its glory. So
I'm sorry I went off today, but wake up, America.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
No, this isn't wrap up. This is Startup.
Yeah, it's Startup Monday.
Startup Monday.
Startup Monday. All right, it is Startup Monday. So until next time, remember, keeping it simple. It's not the same as doing nothing. We're going to have to come up with a new catchphrase.
Yeah.